like that cherry bomb.
So welcome to Breaking Beauty Podcast. Chris McMillan, you are here.
Thank you, Carlene and Jill.
Thank you so much. We need to talk to you about the lore. You've been in this industry for 4 decades. The lore around you and the haircuts you create are incredible.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you.
And the lore of the Rachel, it goes crazy, as the kids say. It's just iconic. So let's talk about how you first connected with Jennifer Aniston and how that changed your career. I know you've told the story a million times, but never on a podcast. So let's hear it.
No, it's a good story too. It's super authentic. It's super organic. In this business, back in the day, it was kind of 90s, early 90s. I did a photo shoot for Greg Gorman, who was a big photographer in LA and who still is. But it was a Sunday and he needed a hairdresser to just do one portrait of Christian Slater. And it was for a magazine, No Money, Detour magazine, and I did it. And it ended up being the cover and like 8 pages. It was for a movie, True Romance. I did him like James Dean meets Elvis Presley. It was kind of like cool guy hair. His publicist hired me to do him for the press junket. On the press junket, I met this woman, Molly Madden, who was the manager of Patricia Arquette, who was also in True Romance. And there's a lot of downtime on press junkets. So, of course, I have a lot of energy. So I was like, you should have bangs. And so I got bangs on the Molly Madden, who was the manager of Patricia Arquette. Hence, I went on a press tour, European press tour with Patricia and with Christian, did their hair and their makeup for the whole thing.
Wow.
In Paris, I got really stoned. And I had to do the roots for Patricia. So I went to the pharmacy, a French pharmacy, just found a box that had a color that looked like it was Patricia's color. Did it. It bleached her hair. And then I'm like, we're in Paris. We might as well do a French bob on you. And so I cut her hair from her sort of feathered to this little like straight across bang, sort of like a smaller version of Anna Wintour.
Yeah.
Kind of a little French girl bob. And the next day it was headlines. It was everywhere, all over the press. You know, Patricia Arquette, movie star, True Romance, embraces the French girl look.
Yeah.
And so hence, you know, coming back to LA. So Molly Madden kept using me and she said, I have a girl who just did a pilot. They love the pilot, but they don't love her hair. And she needs a haircut. And can I send her to you? And she did. And I was working at Estilo on Beverly Boulevard, Beverly and Martell. And Jennifer Aniston walked in and she had bangs and some long hair and it was wavy. And I just was like, you need to grow your bangs out because you have a little forehead. And everyone's like 101. Everybody knows when you have a little forehead, you shouldn't wear bangs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I grew her bangs out and I cut her length to like her clavicle, brought all her hair to the bangs and cut it as a layer and then gave her a big round brush blowout. So I think the combination, and then remember when we used to pull the bangs over that were growing out and then pin it with a bobby pin and then pull the hair from behind. So that's where that sort of, I like tucked her bangs out and it's kind of where it started.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it was just, and she's really good about maintenance. Jennifer Aniston is amazing when it comes to maintenance. And so like clockwork, she was back 4 weeks later. The bangs had grown out a little bit. I brought the length up. The layers were growing out and giving it that blow dry and the little flicky ends, her ends would just naturally sort of flip because they were kind of at her shoulders. I don't call it a flip. I call it a flick.
Okay.
People like their hair flicked more than they like it flipped.
Yeah. Important distinction.
It's a weird thing, but you say, they're like, I don't want it flipped. I was like, how about a flick? And they're like, I can deal with a flick.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that. I actually hear that. And I read that it was actually inspired by like a fashion shoot at the time, a designer campaign.
You know what? Amber Valletta, who was in the Tom Ford for Gucci ads.
Yeah. Remember the sexy,
so
the
hot.
Mario
Best era.
Testino pictures. It was my everything. I mean, that whole Tom Ford 95 Gucci, there's no, I still a reference of mine.
Yes.
The runway show, the haircuts, the way the deep bang, but kind of up, the smudgy eye makeup. No, it's still a reference to this day. I will always go back to that.
Yeah.
The little messy rocker
Yeah.
meets like sophisticated and chic, and that's it's kind of carried out what my look is still to this day.
Yeah.
You know, I still reference that vibe, that energy.
Flicks only.
Yeah.
No flicks.
And then I realized what extensions were. So then I was like, let's put some extensions in your hair and like give you like a longer layered version.
Yeah.
And that hence the cover of Rolling Stone with Jennifer with Mark Seliger. And so it's just been an ever evolving hairstyle. It's not necessarily like the Rachel was, I think the Rachel could be 10 hairstyles because the iconic character that Jennifer created and the hair, she just has, let's just be honest, Jennifer has amazing hair.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's a dream head of hair to work with. And I think no matter if she's wearing it wavy and curly or kind of like a choppy bob or, you know, one length or layered, she always looks great.
I asked my hairdresser last week, I was like, how often are people still bringing in reference photos of Jennifer Aniston? She's like, literally yesterday. She is still that iconic, like, muse to so many women. They're like, that's the ideal hair.
And you became friends as well.
And we
as
became friends,
clients, right?
She's like my sister.
Yeah.
Like, we're like brother and sister. We fight like brother and
That's
sister.
cute.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do you talk every day?
We don't talk every day, but we do send puppy pictures and DMs from Instagram every day
Cute.
Yes.
with dogs because we're both obsessed with dogs.
Yeah.
Aw.
I love that. I changed my algorithm, so it's mostly pets. I'm trying to keep it there.
Yeah, my algorithm is definitely like workout dudes and dogs.
Perfect. That sounds like a happy place for sure. So, Chris, many people may not know that a big part of your story is that you've been sober for many years. Is that correct?
October 14th, 1999.
Yeah. Wow. Congrats.
I evaded the police.
Yes.
And had 6 cop cars and a helicopter chase me through downtown LA.
I was going to say to you, because I vividly remember when you wrote the first person story in Allure, 2008.
Danielle
I
Pergament.
was shook to my core because we came from the magazine world and it was just, people were just not that open, especially in the hair and makeup industry or creative industries. And I was like, I just admired your courage to come out and just chat so openly about it and how many people you would have helped and everything. And yeah, these were larger than life stories. It was car chases.
Yeah, what the hell happened there?
Yep.
Carlene didn't read it, I guess.
It's called Coke and Mirrors.
Right? Oh my God.
Well, somebody told me, they're like, you should smoke it instead of snort it, and then you won't have cold-like symptoms.
Oh.
I know. And I was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But then that's called crack.
Right.
So I definitely, it's highly addictive.
Yeah. Okay.
My sobriety date is officially October 15th, 1999, because you want like a good 24 hours before you say I have 1 day sober.
Wow. Well,
and so
congratulations.
thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember reading in the story too about, you would talk about how you would cut bangs, choppy layers, and sometimes you cut all of their hair off. And you said that kind of attitude was like an asset. Like you were almost not rewarded, but people were like, creative genius at work. Like, let's keep them flying coast to coast. And like,
They definitely did. It definitely was. I did have a photographer once say to me, and he goes, if you weren't so good at what you do, I wouldn't hire you, but you're brilliant, So we put up with your, burned lips and your sleeping under the table while the model is in makeup and whatever. But you definitely have a sort of go for it attitude, like drugs, like, yeah, I'm going to chop her hair off. I'm going to give her bangs. You definitely have that energy about you. And that's something I spoke to my sponsor, and I said, I won't be as creative sober. And that was definitely something that I sort of dealt with early on. But there's a lot more. It's not true. And I am who I am from my gut and my core, and I have that energy in me. but there's also so many more rewards that come with it,
Mhm.
with being sober.
I'm sure so many artists and musicians can relate to that. Now, was it hard for you to get back into your career after, that
Pausing.
What I did is I did end up being arrested. I swallowed the drugs.
Mhm.
I ended up in jail, in jail hospital. And then Monday I went to court and they released me to a men's sober living called Liberty House.
Mhm.
And it was their decision when I could leave. And I was there for 16 months.
Wow.
So I couldn't work for a year. I stopped working. I just stopped working
Mhm.
and focused on my sobriety. And it was the greatest year. And then they said, after a year, you can go to work. And they said, but you have to go cut hair at a Supercuts or a Fantastic Sam's. And I said, great, I'll whatever I need to do. I want to get back into doing hair. But I was going to meetings, and in a meeting was a hairdresser, and she was pretty fabulous. Her name was Carrie White, and she worked at a hair salon in Beverly Hills named Tova. She had 28 years sober. And I presented that option. She offered me a job. Everybody that worked there was sober, and they let me work there. So my first job was a hair salon in Beverly Hills on Cannon Drive.
Yeah.
Called Tova.
What a perfect landing pad.
Yeah. And it was all with sober people. So I was well insulated and well protected.
Wow.
And then I started doing, and then Jennifer asked me if I would do halfway through season 7,
Mhm.
The hairdresser got fired.
Oh.
Yeah. And she asked me if I would come, and she said, come, because the key hair and makeup artists are both sober.
Oh.
So you're in a very
safe space.
and you can do my hair. And then Courtney was like, if you're here doing her hair, you're doing my hair too.
Right.
And then, and so then I did half of season 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was great.
Oh my gosh. So what a journey. One of the most Googled things about you, Chris, and that is, how much does Chris McMillan charge for a haircut? And is it the type of thing like back in our editorial days where it's like price upon request? Like if you have to ask, it's too expensive for you kind of thing. So what do you say to that?
It's so funny. I am all over the map when it comes to how much I charge for a haircut.
Yeah.
I charge anywhere from $0 to, at the moment, $1,200.
Okay.
And everything in between. Yeah. And sometimes there will be somebody who's calling who doesn't care, who's probably is a one-off, just like a one-time haircut, who wants their haircut with me. And you never know. And, that's when you get to charge somebody.
Mhm.
I've been working a long time.
Yeah.
So let's do it. And I'm not taking advantage. They definitely get the full experience. I don't have 5 assistants touching you. I have 1 assistant. Damien is my assistant that takes care of my books and everything, who will book you. And he doesn't touch you. He just will book the appointment, and he will make sure you are taken care of. And then my personal assistant will shampoo you. I'll do the consultation, and they shampoo you. And you come in and you get your haircut, and I do your haircut and your blowout, and you get the full experience. It's not like you have, one person blow drying the left side of your hair and one person blow drying the right side of your hair. And when you're done, you have to tip out 5 people.
It sounds
That's
perfectly
true.
reasonable to me, given what I'm already
That's
paying.
what I was thinking.
Like most places are now 200 and up in.
Well,
where we
I was
are.
just
And that's
thinking
not with
that we've
Chris
been
McMillan.
beauty editors for I don't know how many years now, a couple decades.
Too many.
And I think we were seeing the $900 haircut over a dozen years ago.
I saw an article in Grazia last week for a 600-pound manicure. That's where we're at now. So in London, 600 pounds.
So you're undercharging.
You are
Yeah.
undercharging. Well, there you have it, everyone. I've asked the most Googled question, and now we know from the man himself.
Exactly.
What about some of your celebrity clients? Is there any kind of ritual you could share? Is there this person always has to have this kind of tea, or what kind of experience are they getting?
It's funny. I mean, just recently, what it's about is everybody has sort of like, their sort of do's and don'ts.
Okay.
And they all, like Michelle Williams, we treat her hair like a silk. I said, what did I say? Like a silk Celine blouse. And she said, no, it's a Prada blouse right now. And I was like, oh, okay. So, she bleaches her hair and we're very gentle. Yeah. And I just know I don't use my strong hand. Like with Jennifer Aniston, I could be super strong handed. Mm-hmm. And she likes it when I like manhandle her hair.
Yeah, that's like me. I need some tension on that brush. I can tell immediately if it's going to be a bad blowout. If it's like a limp brush.
Jen does too. You cannot touch her like this. You have to like grab it, yank it, and manhandle.
It's true. Yeah.
And I don't do Sarah Jessica Parker's. Her number one hairdresser is Serge Normand, obviously. But I'm a backup.
Okay.
And the ritual, I've been working with her a lot lately because Serge has been on a film, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And we love when Serge is on a film because I love working with Sarah Jessica. But there's a ritual is I can't talk to her while she's getting her hair done because she's reading. And doing work. Mm-hmm. I can talk to her, though, while she's getting her makeup done because she can't read.
Right.
And so that's the little ritual.
That's why you're the pro and you've been doing it this long.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. It's really nice.
Now, we got to get into the big topic of the hour.
I feel like there's been so many people that have kind of like grown up in your salon and then gone on to create their own brands, So after 4 decades, what has inspired you to maybe embark on this journey yourself?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I I've always been branded with somebody. I was with Living Proof.
Yes, that's true.
I was with Drunk Elephant. I did sort of a thing with them. Mm-hmm. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot of lab time. I learned a lot about the business. I've learned about the kind of the do's and the don'ts and how hard it really is. And so it really, like, I don't really have the time to start my own business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a contract for another beauty brand sitting on my kitchen counter. I want to say my desk, but I'm not that clever. I don't really have a desk. I've got a kitchen counter, and it was sitting on my kitchen counter. And my partner, Kenny, my husband, my boyfriend, my everything, he's like, can I read this? And I was like, sure. And he's super smart. He's USC Business School graduate, more in property development and all of that. And he's like, you've got a great life. Like, you've got this amazing life. Why don't you do your own thing? And I was like, well, I mean, everybody says that. My business manager's like, Chris, you just need, you got to see these people. They're making a ton of money. You should do your own thing. And then even Damien's like, Chris, let's do your own thing. But you got to be don't forget, you got to be at Jennifer's house at noon. And then you need to be on a plane because you got to go do, a concert here. And then you got to go do in France, do a fashion week. And so it's like always everybody's got this great idea. You should do a product.
Right.
But then I don't know the first thing to do. I'm a hairdresser and I'm a creative. I'm not I know how to count my money and I know how to save my money and I know how to spend my money. I know how to buy a house. I love the process of all of that, and buying a car and all those things, and running the business has sort of organically happened. And somebody told me when I opened up my salon, they said, if you get through your first day, all you have to do is that again the next day. Yeah. And then that again the next day. So it was really really simple. I think it was Jill Dempsey that told me that. Yeah. Jillian Dempsey, me too. Yeah. And she also told me, don't think you're not going to be changing your own light bulbs in your salon.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, she's not wrong. Nobody's voluntarily changing light bulbs in my salon. So Kenny, he just what does it look like to you? So all of a sudden the fantasy of what a product, if I were to do a product, looked like. And just
he knows the right questions to ask, what to get you excited about.
And it did. It's and so what would it look like? Yeah. And then what would, and what would you do? And And I always look at the wall of products at my salon, and I was like, the world of hair care products have really gotten confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring it back to natural. I wanted to bring it back to basics. And so that's kind of where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It kind of took me back to the old Sebastian days in the 80s when it was really basic shaper hairspray,
Yep.
like Spritz Forte, and styling products like someone's that like we have all these serums in my salon, and I was like, there's a night serum, and then there's a scalp serum, and then there's a damaged hair serum, and I don't even know how to use a serum. First of all, I don't like serum. The word serum, like, where was I? Was I doing hair? Like, I'm not like taking a dropper and putting it on, Jennifer Aniston's scalp. Like, that never really made her hair do anything. So I just started like playing, and I started creating some lab samples.
Yep.
And one thing led to another, and here we are today, almost 2 years later.
Wow. Yeah. 2 years you've been sitting on this.
I've been sitting on this for 2 years. Like,
we're looking at
camera.
it.
Show the camera.
Oh, this is kind of my hero product.
Okay, first of all, everybody that's listening, it's called Chris McMillan. It's in a gorgeous baby blue. French blue. Yes.
Blue.
Yes.
I love this.
Love it.
Tell us everything.
This is
the hero product.
Oh, here's the smell of it.
Okay.
Cool.
Here's what it smells like. This is going to be my hero product. So as you know, I could do a blowout.
Oh, yes. We know that.
So it's
gorgeous.
like
it's so like sunny and almost a bit tropical.
It's neroli.
Neroli? Is it neroli?
And jasmine?
Orange blossom?
Orange blossom.
That's
neroli.
Yes.
It's orange blossom.
Love.
It's Band de Soleil Orange Gelée number 4 meets Copper Tone.
Yes.
Number 4 sunscreen.
I knew it was giving like a
nostalgia,
summery kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exciting.
And so what this is this is a blow dry spray.
Ooh.
And I give a great blowout, and it just makes my life easier.
Yeah.
And I don't want to weigh hair down too much, so it's a light spray. There is a product like this.
Okay.
And it's in like a silver.
Oh yeah. I'm
just
picking up what you're putting down. No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
It's in a silver rectangular container.
Yeah, it looks like a flask.
Right.
And I wanted to make it even better, and then even add a scent to it. So it's got heat protection for one.
Okay.
I like shiny hair.
Yeah.
I don't like dry matte looking hair.
Mm-hmm.
It also sort of works great as a detangler because I use it as a prep spray. So if you were to come to me to get your hair cut, I will shampoo, condition your hair. I'll spray this in your hair. It's kind of like what I do love. I love how Merit Flesh Balm.
Oh yeah.
You can't make a mistake with it. You cannot make a mistake with it.
Those are like the little domed blushes you're talking
the
about.
blushes.
Those
Yeah.
little bonbons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't make a mistake with it. It's a great introduction to a product.
Ooh.
Sometimes you put if you use like an oil, you're like, oh, wait, maybe I should, where do I start? So you can't mess up.
Okay. So it's called the Glassy Smooth Blow Dry Spray.
Yeah.
And so you're going to put this on damp hair.
You're going to put it on damp hair.
After the shower. Got it.
And then what's happened is I always start in the back. And sometimes you could, I'm like, oh, look at it actually works as a leave-in if you wanted to lean into your own natural hair.
Oh, okay. The texture.
It leaves it shiny and keeps the frizz out. But this is also will prolong your blow dry for like up to 3 to 4 days.
Amazing.
And keep it nice and shiny and keep those frizzy pieces down. And sometimes, underneath, like my clients, what I really did focus on is my clients that are graying also, that have gray hair, but they mask them with color. But so now there's this sort of texture.
Funny texture.
There's the combo texture, I call it.
Yep.
It's not as smooth, but this really helps smooth that down and
she
blend
could use
in.
this right over here. Oh my gosh.
So I noticed there's like almost like a little nozzle on it.
Yeah.
Is it a spray or
that's a spray.
Okay, perfect.
And
How are
it's
you how are you using it?
I use it in the ends.
Yes.
And then kind of like spray it all over.
Yes.
And then I'm really a big believer of evenly distributing product through
Okay.
your hair. So really take a wide tooth comb, take your comb, and really get it through all your hair.
Yeah.
Evenly distribute it.
Incredible.
I
and because
love
the
the
other
smell. People
product
are
that
gonna
you
be addicted.
mentioned that shall not be named, I find you really have to like douse your head in it. It's
Yeah.
to get the
To
desired
coat it,
effect.
you might say.
Yeah. How much do you need of this? Or
Like
what's
I said,
not that much.
you don't for you because you have really super thick hair.
Mhm.
You know, you don't need to douse it.
Yeah.
I would never use the word douse. But, like generous amounts, like evenly distribute it, but also pull that water out of your hair
Mhm.
so that you can use that. But what's really nice is it doesn't get gummy. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel sticky.
Okay.
There's no residue. You have a nice, and
Mhm.
it smells nice.
It smells gorgeous.
It's
Yeah.
kind of giving that French girl take.
I do love the sort of crossover between a French girl and an LA girl. So
Mm.
I spend a lot of time in Paris. And whenever I'm in Paris, I do talk. And I talk to people about their hair, and they're like, "Oh my God, you are from LA. You are so cool. You guys do the best hair color, blah,
Right.
blah, blah."
Mhm.
And then nobody knows how to do hair here. But then when I'm in my salon here in LA, everyone's like, "I want this like Jane Birkin bangs,
Yes.
or I want a French bob, or I want like a Brigitte Bardot
Mhm.
curtain bang." So there's this weird LA friend, like
Paris connection.
Hedy Slimane lives in LA
Yeah.
and designs for Celine.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there's always been this sort of crossover between LA and Paris. And
It's like a mutual fascination,
it
kind
is,
of.
It is.
Yeah.
And then there used to be a store called Colette
Oh, yes.
I remember.
in Paris. So Colette was a great example. You
Mhm.
could buy Vans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And for some reason, if you bought a pair of Vans in Paris, it was so much cooler than
course.
going to PacSun in
Yeah.
Hermosa Beach and buying a pair of Vans.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Now, who gave you feedback on this, and what kind of feedback were you getting? Did it take a while to get to this final?
39 iterations.
Wow.
All of my products. So they basically came with me. Immediately when the lab samples came in, they went to the salon.
Yeah.
So everything's delivered to the salon, and Kenny gets his too because
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's not a hairdresser who thinks he's a hairdresser.
But who's
But I
the
also
most
am
helpful
I'm
with
not a
the
businessman,
feedback?
and I think I'm a businessman now. So we're
Yeah.
crossing over.
Well, that is
my
helpful.
clients have really truly been my heroes.
Yeah.
They're my superheroes, my clients, all of them.
And would they get a little to take home, and you?
I basically
use
would
it.
use it. Yeah, but they all want it. They're
Yeah.
like, and every time, what's kind of great is every time I would give them the product, they'd be like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." And
Yeah.
that's like just seeing that. I was like, oh, it's like for me, it's just another
Yeah.
lab sample. But they were like, it was gold. It was something that nobody else has.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to sort of like give that energy.
For
and,
sure.
And all my products are performance products that we're all familiar with. We're all familiar with a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Like, we wore skinny jeans years ago. Now
Mhm.
we're wearing wide leg jeans.
Mhm.
I'm basically just taking the classics and updating them. I'm updating them
Brilliant.
with science, with my formulas. Being in the lab is my happy place, and playing with the scientists in the lab is really, really fun. So everything that I have is a classic take on a classic.
Right. So
but it's
what else
an
is
updated
coming?
version. There's there is
There was a look to make sure he could talk about it.
Yeah.
I saw a green light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's my, he's like creative marketing and brilliant genius.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
we just love him. And what I'm doing is I'm launching with styling products.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shampoo, no
Mhm.
conditioner. I'm launching with 3 aerosols. I'm bringing back mousse. Which we're calling a foam
Yeah.
because we're kind of leaning people into a foamy world. It's because foams play a big part of the future of hair,
Mhm.
and they're easier to distribute.
Yes.
And it feels light. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
heavy.
It's not sticky.
They're easy to use. It's not sticky. It's great for curls, leaning into your own hair, as well. It gives the grit if you want to get your hair nice and big and full and fluffy. And great, it gives a great blow dry. I'm doing a hairspray because I cannot live without hairspray.
Yeah.
I use hairspray as a root lift. I use hairspray as a heat protector before I use hot tools. It helps hold the hair, whether I'm doing a flat iron straight. I always do a pass with a little hairspray, and I like that sizzle. Yeah.
Wow.
It adds shine. It keeps it there forever.
So you're not scared of the sizzle?
I'm not as scared of the sizzle, but you also I'm really excited to educate people how to properly use products and you don't have to use your flat iron at 450 degrees.
Right.
What my trick is with Jen is because we treat it like a silk blouse also. I manhandle the blow dry, but when it comes to heat tools, I plug them in, have them hot, and I unplug them.
Whoa.
And I use it as it's unplugging, it's cooling down.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's kind of a little pro tip.
A little
Head
hack.
blown.
A little hack.
Yeah. What was your non-negotiables when it comes to a hairspray? Because there's so many bad ones. There really are.
My non-negotiables was it can't be wet.
Yes.
I like it to go on. So my hairspray, I like Elnet hairspray. And I like Orbe hairspray. I think super fine. So
I brought it with me to LA.
My hairspray is, I know, it's amazing.
It is.
My hairspray is sweet and salty.
Ooh.
So it comes out soft, which is sweet, and it's strong, which is the salty.
Yeah.
So it's so it comes out really soft and misty. So it's got a nice hi. Or soft. But it works.
Yeah.
It's strong. It's got strong hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I like with the
I
hairspray.
love that you came out with the styling products first, and
Me
I think
too.
it's really smart.
Yeah, I'm going backwards.
It's
No,
smart though,
it's
because
smart.
I think there's two ways I can imagine having a founder hat on where you're like, but we got to start with the fundamentals, the cleansing and the conditioning. But as editors, we know you got to start with the hook.
Yeah.
What's the hook? Shampoo and conditioner's boring.
Yeah, well,
so
and it's not I'm also doing a texture spray.
yeah.
So that's like a dry shampoo, but it's a dry texture spray, but it's not powdery. So you don't have to wait 10 minutes for the powder to set and then brush it out and da-da-da. You still will get, but so I've played with the scientist, and her name is Jennifer, by the way, and she's awesome. And we played with a dry texture spray that absorbs oil, but also adds texture and builds hair. So I like to build hair up. You want to get it bigger and bigger and bigger. So reapplying and layering and brushing it out, and that's what. Why I love Elnet hairspray so much is because it's a brushable hairspray.
I just picture every big hairstylist, yourself, Sam McKnight. It's like the giant can of Elnet and the Mason Pearson in
our
the back
pocket.
pocket. And you can just rework that hair all day. It doesn't matter what tool comes near it, what lights you're under. It's why it's the best. So the French one is the best.
Well,
so I'm excited
I buy them.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
but it
excited
is.
to try
It
yours.
is. It's I have a lot of experience with all of them.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just took my knowledge of what I like and kind of made it my own.
So we have a hairspray. Are they all launching at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm doing a balm.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
a balm is sort of I do a mix of a paste and a serum, which is an oil that from Hairstylist. I used to mix them together and I kind of put them in one. And it's sort of if you don't know what to do with your hair, what's the first thing you can do? It's sort of, so you don't have to buy them all. You may be a leave-in conditioner person. You may be a spray and this person.
Yeah.
So I don't intend everyone, you don't have to buy the whole entire set. You find your happy place in your hair care product.
Yeah.
You might let your hair dry natural with mousse, or you might let your hair dry natural with a balm.
Yeah.
But you can also remember Oleo Relax?
Yeah.
So my balm is like an Oleo Relax in a cream form. So it can be a leave-in conditioner, which I'm not allowed to say that. Kenny will kill me. Or you can use it as a blow-dry base.
Yeah.
If you're not this person, you're more of an Oleo Relax, you can use it like that. So it's,
right.
Or you can use it as, get out of the shower. What do I do with my hair? Think of it as a moisturizer for your hair.
Okay.
And you can use it as a detangler and you can comb through your hair.
Yeah.
Put all your makeup on. You'll see oh my God, my hair, the frizz isn't happening.
Yeah.
It's weighed it down just enough. it's got that kind of wave in it a little bit, but it's not heavy.
Yeah.
And then like blow dry the front of your hair and you're like, oh my God, it's smooth, it's shiny.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can use it also to take the preciousness out of your hair when you're done. Like say you did like a great blowout and you did your iron work on it. Take a little bit of the balm and take the preciousness out of your hair and, you know.
Oh, yeah. Got to bring that French girl don't care quality to
I always
it,
call
you know?
it day old hair, same day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really do. And it is my look. Like I want to
Yeah.
give that, it gives that sort of, you know, Amber Valletta and Shalom Harlow and Kate Moss in the 1995 Gucci Tom Ford runway show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see your mood board for
Like,
this brand.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, which one? There's so many. Well, that's where I can do a mood board.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
I
well
can do a
imagine.
mood board, and I can pull references.
Yes.
Like you don't even know. I'm talking Porsche ads from the 70s. For my logo, we hired a girl named Charlotte De La Rue, and she does album covers
Oh,
in
cool.
Paris.
Yeah.
She does like French album covers.
Amazing.
And I found her and I reached out to her and she sent us, and she kind of is the one that picked the French blue and the sort of 70s font. And I wanted my name to be upside down and backwards because I can't take myself serious. I really wanted it in all lowercase also.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fighting that you do
Yeah.
when it comes to doing all of this kind of stuff.
So fun.
Well, it looks amazing.
It looks amazing. I can't wait to get it in my hair.
I know. And what I'm excited about this for you as well, because I feel like you're going to be doing a lot more education. You're going to be out there more than
I'm already
you even
loving your
have been.
TikTok, so I can't
know,
wait for
and
this
like
era.
your tips are just amazing.
It's
so
just
I feel like
what,
this is
in soundbite a minute, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's hair today or whatever you said.
Day old hair, same day.
Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
I love
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
so happy for you, and I feel like the
Oh.
timing is right. You know?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's the time is the time.
Yeah.
It's when it's time. When is it a good time to do anything? When the time is right.
It's
when
a great
when
time.
you want to.
Yeah.
It's a great time right now because we always say, even though there's so many beauty products on the market, the cream always rises to the top. And the people who have been doing this for 4 decades, it's like you really know what's up. So I feel like people are going to want to try this. And as long as the formulas are good, which we know they are, that's going to keep them coming back. So like you're pretty much set.
You're very sweet.
You're set.
We're having a lot of fun, and everyone's super, super supportive.
Yeah.
And like Rose is a great product, and we love it.
Yeah.
And Jen Atkins, she's just skyrocketed to the top with her product.
Yeah.
You know, who knows if this works? Great. If it doesn't, I'm not going to say that I didn't try. And we're definitely doing the work that it takes to do it. And kudos to anybody who has put any product out there, because it is not an easy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. I dream about it. I have
it takes over
nightmares
your
about
life.
it. It
Yeah.
definitely does. And it is a labor of love for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, we mentioned before that you're a celebrity hairstylist, but you're a salon owner, and you're in the salon every day cutting hair. So let's chat a little bit about some of your clients' cuts and the inspiration. We have to start with the viral Cunty Little Bob for Leslie Bibb on White Lotus. I'm obsessed. I will give a caveat though that I think you need to also have a Cunty little jawline to pull this off. Like I don't know if like double chins look great with a Cunty Little Bob, but I defer to you.
By the way, we can just say a Cunty Bob. And I am still the person that pulls out a picture in a magazine and will show you. Unfortunately, nowadays things have changed a little bit and they come out. But here's your Cunty Bob. Like if you were to do a bob, I would do this length on you.
Yeah.
Okay, airdrop that to me.
I can find a picture for everybody.
Okay, I need one.
Yeah.
I need a picture.
No, but I mean, it's just
Obsessed.
So he's showing Jill a picture of a model.
Who's a size double
just below the
it's
shoulder.
a clavicle. It's
But
an
it's
A-line clavicle length.
Right,
and it's very like curled under.
Right.
What's round brush and not care?
Leslie Bibb, we have to ask, what makes the Cunty Little Bob a Cunty Bob?
Well, first of all, her character.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
come on.
I'm obsessed with the show.
She's an independent.
Yes.
That's not for
Right.
come
Are we
on.
really
For
going to
sure.
talk about Trump
For sure.
tonight?
But was there a
Really? Are we
certain-
really going to talk about this? And then, wait, do this. The mouth and the eyes together.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I know. It's so true.
Because they filmed for a really long time, right?
Yeah,
Like, so
6 months.
did you fly there? Give
No,
us the behind the
Actually,
scenes.
she was flying here.
Okay.
She was coming for her appointments here.
yeah.
Mhm.
And she had, she was doing Palm Royale, some stuff. So she had, it just worked.
Yeah.
Her schedule worked. And it was about she got her haircut about once every 5 or 6 weeks.
Did you just giggle for hours about the Cunty Little Bob?
Well, she said to me, she came into the salon and she goes, that was just, we didn't expect it. She was like, okay, you did the Rachel, but now you did the Cunty Little Bob. Because I guess everybody on the show was calling it a Cunty Little Bob.
Oh.
And I said, hold on, will you say that to my phone? And Ryan and I posted it and bam.
Is there like a little flick to us? Tell us more about the cut.
It's above the hairline.
Mhm.
It's that sort of like, there's no safe place. It is an earlobe, right below the earlobe, in between the jawline bob.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is, but I think the character is really what drives it.
So
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's
Definitely.
her acting, and
Oh, yeah.
she really brought that look to life and that character to life. And I know for a fact that Mike White,
Mhm.
that haircut was in his head,
Oh really?
because I have another client that was up for that same part
Mhm.
Oh.
and who didn't get it
Mm-hmm.
because she wasn't willing to cut her hair into
Mhm.
a short cunty bob.
Mhm.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked.
I feel like that happens all the time.
Yeah, it was the hair.
Whether you
was
don't dye it, you don't want it to be curly.
yeah, the hair
whatever.
was a deal breaker. And Michelle Monaghan as a blonde.
Yeah.
Tracy
Yeah.
Cunningham killed it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She looks fantastic.
Yeah, Tracy.
They're all
also does-
aging in reverse. Every one of them.
they
It's
do
amazing.
all look really good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love this moment for Leslie
Yeah.
because she's just from popular to
Yes.
Ricky Bobby
Yeah.
to the Palm Royale to White Lotus. I think she's having a really great moment, and she's a
Yeah.
great girl. And to see Sam Rockwell and her be able to
Yeah.
be together, and
So fun.
his character,
I know.
my God,
I know.
Incredible.
So hilarious. Best show on television.
it really is. I mean,
Period.
and also in the salon,
Yeah.
we get to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Like, who
Yeah.
not watching it? And every
Yeah.
now and then there's one person like, yeah, I heard it's not good this season.
What?
And you're just like,
I'm so obsessed with Mike White. I want to go back and watch a season of Survivor. Like
Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
well, and also how about Lisa from Blackpink?
Yes.
Like there's so many little Easter eggs and so many of the characters and people he brings them. I worked with him on The Good Girl.
Oh wow.
And so I've known Mike White for a long time.
Okay.
It's not like we're in touch and
Yeah,
talking all the
sure.
time.
Yeah,
but
sure.
we've done the press tour for that. And then I did Molly Shannon's, her sort of clavicle bob
Yeah.
for first season.
yeah.
And she was like, I need to be rich, and I'm rich, and I have to look rich. And that was my
Oh my
instructions.
God,
Because
I
they can't
love
really
it.
tell me anything
Yeah,
about what's
good
going to
point.
happen.
Yeah,
It's not
of
like
course.
it's not like they sent the script to me so that like the morning show, I read the scripts.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do.
Oh, absolutely. And so
Yeah.
you know what, anytime
Yeah.
you're working on a film, you get the script. So the vision of the character comes to
Right.
Yeah.
you. This is on lockdown.
Yeah. Okay. We need to get some of your tips before we let you go. So, what's a haircut you think everyone needs to try at least once?
A bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the right length. I
Okay.
really do think everybody should try a bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think short hair is definitely for everybody, but I
Mhm.
do love a
Mhm.
short haircut. I love boy haircuts on girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think like Miley Cyrus looked great when I cut all her hair off. I think I think there's like moments when
Yeah.
short hair, Linda Evangelista has proven it.
Oh,
Chris
live
Jenner
for her.
proves it to us every day
Yeah.
that it's a power cut.
mhm.
Michelle Williams. But I think that like a bob, like whether it's a cunt bob or a cunty little bob, I think is a nice, and then it will grow really healthy. A bob is
Yeah.
always sort of a solution to really damaged hair or a bad haircut. So it's
Okay.
kind of
reboot of
yeah,
sorts.
it's sort of a reboot. So at whatever length, whether it's from clavicle or hairline.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I always think it's always it's
Yeah.
kind of a foolproof cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you feeling for long hair these days?
Oh, I like for long hair. I'm liking long hair.
Yeah.
Like
You
leave-
rediscovered extensions,
No,
or
well, not necessarily, but say someone like you,
Mhm.
who I can see your hair's up, Carlene. So I mean,
It's
come on.
okay. It's okay.
Um,
She was blessed with
No,
the
but you like
tresses.
Jill
We know
has
this.
this insane
I know.
thick
Yeah.
hair, and sometimes when you cut it too short, it's harder to deal with.
yeah.
But the longer your hair is, it's actually easier to deal with.
Mhm.
So someone like you, where if you were to like, I want to leave it long, what would you do? I would really like face contour you, face frame you,
Mhm.
really cut some long layers around your face, go in. I wouldn't touch the bottom. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, is not even touching the bottom of the hair. No perimeter cutting, just interior and layering it and letting that sort of organic long hair, that Chloe Girl long hair, that Sienna Miller, that Kate
Yeah.
Moss, that sort
Yeah.
of organic bottom, not that cut perimeter.
Right.
Mhm.
I like that organic bottom lately.
The great,
Yeah.
great
We're going to
inspo.
save up some pennies
Yeah.
and get you in for
Oh no,
3 to 6 months from
we got you.
No, I don't need to.
That's true.
and
Yeah.
I'll cut it
yeah,
for you.
you can
It's
cut
fine.
it for me. It's fine. And we did have somebody in our DM saying, "What is the?" Because I feel like curly girls kind of get ignored. What is the most current cut that you're feeling for curly girls?
Shags.
Yeah.
Loving
I
a
love
shag.
that too.
I love a shag. Don't be afraid to cut it around your face.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to really like, it's like a curly, lean into that natural hair and
Mhm.
really release your curls and let them fly
Fun.
and just let them go curly all over. So it's like face contouring, face framing.
Mhm.
These are new words.
Yes.
Face contouring, face framing.
Yeah.
Contouring with your hair.
Yeah,
I love
you
that
can
idea.
contour your
Mhm.
face. Why not contour your face
Yeah.
with the layers around your
Yeah.
face?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, we have like I taught a class yesterday, and we have our eyes,
Mm-hmm.
we have our eyebrows, we have our cheekbones, we have our jaw, we have our necks, we have our clavicle. Like these are body parts that are sort of Easter eggs of where we let hair land.
Smart.
And I always try to teach people like these are landing marks for the hair around the face that you can shape. Yeah.
What's the best length
Well,
for
you-
that
Carlene's like my consult now.
when,
I like
when your
it.
neck starts going like
I like
this.
your blonde hair. I mean, you could
Well, thank
you could have some face contouring layers.
Okay.
You could go
I'll
there.
Take it. Yeah.
You could definitely play a little bit, go a little bit shorter. They're going to grow out.
Yeah.
And make them healthy.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I used to have like that longer bang. I haven't done that in ages.
Yeah, and it's around your cheekbones,
Yeah.
around this.
Yeah.
Play with it a little.
Fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is hotly contested on social media. Side part versus center part in 2025. What are we doing?
I am doing middle, off center, and side.
Okay.
All of the above. There's no rules.
Yeah.
They are all, listen, Gucci 1995. Like, you give someone that look, it's amazing. That was a deep side part.
Yeah.
Middle parts are really cool and 70s vibe, and they're super cool. I love that.
Yeah.
A little off center is kind of an awesome little take on, you know, like Jennifer is always an off center part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not a side, she's not a middle, she's an off center. So if you can't make your decision, try an off center part.
Do like Jen.
Yeah.
Do like Jen does.
I mean, who doesn't want to look like Jen? Even
I mean-
even if I was, I just think I am Jen. I think like, what would I do to my hair? And she's just sort of like me as a girl.
You
Yeah.
started morphing.
Yeah.
into-
You've spent so many
I-
days on set, and I need to know, like most recently you did the Gwyneth Paltrow Vanity Fair,
Yeah.
right? What's the number one trick that we can steal from behind the scenes? Like something pros, like you always do, that we can borrow to make our own hair look killer. Like I noticed you did a video where you're like, this is what we do behind the scenes. Like when you're taking a photo, you like push it all forward.
Well, I always like lean the hair. Well, I mean, it all kind of started with Jose Ebert. And
Oh my God,
I know. Let me
throwback.
just go way back.
The
And
hat.
he used to say, "Shake
Oh,
your
yeah.
head, shake your head, darling." So a trick is put your head upside down,
Mhm.
Yeah.
spray the shit out of it, throw it up, and then pull it from underneath. And you have this big lioness mane of hair.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know, so like putting your head upside down and brushing it and spraying it is a trick. Leaning forward, spraying all the hair, and then slowly lifting your head up, and then just clearing the face up lightly.
Mhm.
Like that really does. But don't go from behind because all the hair has been pushed
Yeah.
forward.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, teasing is always a good, you always want to like elevate when you're working on a photo shoot. You always want to like add a little extra.
Okay, we want to leave some time for a fun little TikTok game. So I'm going to ask
hot.
you.
Obsessed.
I'm going to ask you. You were so generous with your time and you shared so much great, like
Oh.
intimate details, everything. If you were to write a memoir, what would be something that you haven't told anyone about?
A memoir, first of all, nobody would care.
I could see it.
Disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even think. I think it would be like, I always think like I'm going to die and people are going to be like, oh yeah, remember him? And then done.
What?
Yeah.
No, first it's going to be like a coffee table book with these amazing haircuts, but also with words.
A memoir that nobody knows about me. I got the questions and I thought about it. I had a cheeky little answer, but something that they would know is I regret not having kids.
Okay.
That would be something that would be in my memoir.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As I'm really good with kids and I love kids and all my friends' kids, I'm like a magnet to kids. They
Yeah.
just like, as I guess I'm like a child myself. And I do definitely regret, but I was 1983, I turned 18 years old.
Yeah.
And AIDS was this, so I was just dodging. We weren't thinking about having kids and having
Yeah,
relationships. We were just
yeah.
dodging, not
Mhm.
dying.
Yes.
So it was
Different era.
It was a different era for
Mhm.
sure. And
Yeah.
so navigating that time, and then like the next decade, we were like, they figured it out ish. People were dying. Like, so I definitely am like, my biggest regret is not having kids.
Yeah.
That would be in a memoir.
You're so
If that's
like honest and
I love it.
intimate and just like give your heart into everything, and you've really done that today, and
Aw.
I'm so thankful.
And I also
Well,
want to
thank
say,
you.
I don't think it's too late. Robert De Niro, hello.
I know, yeah.
Andy
Right.
Cohen,
yeah.
he's, got
Dwight
young kids.
Yoakam.
Yeah.
Dwight
Yeah.
Yoakam.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Chris.
Yeah, no.
That
So
could be,
there was
that
always
chapter
help.
could be left
Listen,
out of
if
your
all
memoir.
works out well, we'll
Yes.
see. Who knows?
This is your baby.
Yeah, this is my baby
One
right
of them.
now. I'm
For now.
I'm
For
birthing
now.
a baby.
This is going to bring
And
in
don't
some
think
nanny
you-
money.
You
and
guys,
then-
you guys will be getting, of course. Like, we can't wait to share.
Oh yeah,
this
I
with
can't,
you.
I can't
Yeah.
wait
Yeah.
to try it.
This
Yeah.
has
And
been,
thank you for having me.
This has been a joy. Thank you so
course.
much. It's been an honor. We've always wanted to meet you, and to get to
Aw.
spend this much time with you is so
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you. You guys
Yeah.
were really sweet.
And we're going to
Of
do a
course.
little fun little exclusive TikTok with Chris. So
Let's
be
do it.
sure to check out our TikTok page as well. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.